I hit it.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the fourth weekend of Culturama, and we're going with Anders, not Elder. We've been loving Culturama this year so much. This is the first time we've decided in the 70 years of Culturama that we're going to go all year long, and Zoom has made that possible. So keep up with us. If you join the Culturama community page, you'll find out about it. So it's this page here, and I'll put that link in the chat. Tonight we have, at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we have Shonda Buchanan. And a lot of you saw her thing this morning. She's a fantastic writer. But right now, we have T. Anders Carson, who's zooming to us from Ontario, Canada. I'm in Ontario, California. He's in Ontario, Canada. So T. Anders Carson, take it away.
Hello, how you all doing today?
Good.
I'm coming to you from Little Portland, Ontario, population 250 people. We don't even have a traffic lights up here. And I said a couple of weeks ago that when they put in a left-hand turning lane, the whole village turned out to watch because it was a big excitement. Not a lot happens in our little village, but and we're getting ready for the winter time up here. So I wanted to start. Let's start because we're all, hopefully some of us had some Thanksgiving dinner and we had time to be either on Zoom with family. I saw that. Good, Thomas. And I thought our first one, let's try today, is Thanksgiving. What do we have to be thankful for? Because I know, I don't know what's happening in California right now, but up here in Canada, things are getting a little bit dicey, and they're talking about lockdown and more. Good, and they're talking about there could be changes coming in the next couple of weeks, and the next couple of weeks are very important that we keep our social distancing and all the rest, and we have to do that because we want our neighbors safe and grandmas and grandpas and so what I'd like us, what do we have to be thankful for? Something positive. What do we have, like LA sunsets? They're beautiful. I've never seen anything like it. There's nothing. I remember when John showed me my first Los Angeles sunset, I went, oh, you have this every night? Oh my gosh, that is magic. So what have we got to be thankful for? Is it food? Is it family? Is it the new kitty cat that you picked up from the shelter? Is it, what have we got to be thankful for? Let's try that one. Thanks for all coming. It's a big group. I love it. Oh, one more minute. Awesome. All right. Does anyone want to give it a try? I see any hands out there? Yeah, Helen, how you doing? Good to see
Very
you.
good, thank you.
And then
I'll start things off with just a few. Okay,
that's perfect.
okay. Community activism, people
Mhm.
doing the right thing, expressing moral courage, speaking truth to power, people's faith in our democratic institutions, some lovely meals, family, even though we aren't meeting right now, and people rising up for social justice. And those are just a few.
Oh, I like that. That's a good mixture. I like that. It's a good, thank you. Yeah.
Good.
Good. Yeah. Anybody else want to try? Thank you, Helen. I see some hands. Yes, I saw one over here.
iPhone 2 had her hand up.
Yep.
Hi, I'm Ina.
Hi, Ina.
And number one, I'm thankful for this class.
Mm.
Number two, I'm thankful that no one in my family has gotten sick from the virus. I'm thankful that my son and I tested negative for the virus. And I'm thankful for friends that encourage me to write, even though I haven't done so lately.
Yes.
Wonderful.
All right, Ina. Thank you. I'm glad it was a negative. That's the one time we want to fail a test, eh? You know.
Yes,
Yeah. Hey, John,
definitely.
John, I'm not dissing school. I'm not dissing school. Anybody else want to try? Yep, Francis.
Hi, how you doing?
Good.
I misunderstood. I wrote a little poem. Can I read my little poem?
Absolutely. Do a
Okay.
little poem. Yep.
Okay. All right. The pond is murky and dark, but the lilies poke through this. In rose and canary, the cattails climb to the trees. Birds sing and surround me, and occasionally a coyote or bobcat sneaks by. The world is crashing all around me with COVID and political discord. But I am thankful for this little place on my ranch where I find my sanity.
Awesome. Thank
Good.
you, Francis.
Yay.
You know what I did this week? I actually turned off the TV for 3 days. I don't even know what's happening.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you know what? My heart rate went down. My heart rate- So there is truth in that. So anybody else want to try? And I saw Jonathan was trying to type, and then we'll do Thomas. Jonathan, do you want to type it out? No, he's having trouble there. I saw him smile. How about Thomas while Jonathan's trying to type?
Okay, and of course, any of these are list poems, and
Yeah.
some of you know my opinion of list poems. I have a poem about that. So I wrote a little poem. Today is, and I am here. Tomorrow, so far is well within reach.
Oh, good job, Thomas. Thank you.
May I try one?
Yes.
Okay. This glorious day you have allowed me, restful night in a comfy bed. On one side, my husband, on the other, a ball of fur, both snoring. What a racket. But I know they are present. I hear about Gail and the recent passing of both parents 3 days apart over a thankful day. Grateful I am, here to offer support. Music to dance crazy to, an endless list.
Oh, thank you, Carol. Oh, what a start. We're rolling up our sleeves here.
I'm just winging it here. Thank you,
That's
John,
good.
for
That's
helping me.
Anybody else? Yeah, I saw Marta and then I saw Elise. Yeah.
Okay, you want me to go?
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
I can hear.
Good, okay. Full of thanks, especially for the mom and dad I picked out at the parent shop before birth. I used to think the store was low in inventory the day I went shopping for them. But no, it was divine inspiration and divine guidance that led me to them. How much they have taught me. And then just the other day, assembling the Thanksgiving Day table, can't stand this mask, with its extra leaf, I banged a leg into place with my left hand. Never use your tool, excuse me. Never use your hand as a tool, yelled the man at the other end. Just like Daddy, watching out for dumb cluck me. But too late. My left hand is a blueberry swirl, plum shade of puce. How lovely that people care, that I am still dumb, that I can still learn, and that I have those people I chose in the astral plane.
Thank you, Marta. Woo!
Beautiful.
Thank you. How about Elise? Marguerite, yeah.
Thank you. I don't have a title as of yet. What fills the open field? Remember now, the swarming, unfettered thistle, downturned as we walk, we feel there.
Thank you. Thank you, Elise. The title will come. It'll come. John, I saw a hand.
Yeah, I've got Jonathan typed in the message. So if you'd like me to voice it, I will.
Let's hear it. Okay, John.
It says, I'll type because my camera keeps breaking up. Grateful my loved ones don't have COVID despite being hospitalized at different points of this quarantine. To name a few others, my dog doesn't need surgery. I reconnected with an old close friend. I have a job and can pay my bills during this time. Dance, and I have the ability to go on hikes. So.
Yay! Thanks, Jonathan. We did it. We had to go around, but we found our way. Anybody else?
I would like to go.
See Kitty. Yeah.
I go?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. I am safe, ambulatory, have shelter, food, have a couple levels of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I'm okay alone now. Don't feel suicidal anymore. Me and my mom did okay together. My pets are okay. Beepy at the Rainbow Bridge resting now, waiting for me with Whiskers and Nibbit.
Oh.
I mean, not Nibbit. What's my other dog that died? Bandit. Nibbit's not dead yet.
Oh. Thank you, Kitty.
Thanks.
I'm going to try. Can I try? Or are you going to do one, John? You first.
Elizabeth wants to go.
Okay, let's do it.
I'm thankful to be here today. It's a list, just a list really. I'm thankful to be here today. Thankful for breathing every moment. Thankful for waking every morning. Thankful for every day I'm given. Thankful for the night. Thankful for the people in my life. Thankful for the opportunities I'm given. Thankful for the gifts I have. Thankful for my health. Thankful for the life I'm living. Thankful for all who have my back. Thankful for this amazing world we are living in and the extraordinary bravery of every single person who is always moving into the unknown.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Whoa. Thank you, Elizabeth. Yay. That's it. I see. John, were you reading one or no? No, that was a no-go. I just have this is the time when we're usually gathered around the table. Nothing but empty seats this year. I love the sunrise up here by the lake. It comes up over the trees and the colors just glow, red, orange, yellow. Soon the leaves will drop and the ice will form on the lake. And I get to see my wife skate. And she twirls around and I lace up my used skates and try to keep up to her energetic strides. This is what I'm thankful for. A home where we've had children, and now the new stage of Scrabble, reading more books, and snuggling, binge watching another show by the lake. All right, so let's try another one. Okay, let's get another fresh page. Here we go. Now this is going to be, we're changing, okay, changing gears. No. Okay, this one, great poems. This is the first time when you left your family. Where'd you go? And what'd you see? What'd you feel? What'd you hear? It could be the first time you go to college, the first time you go on a trip all by yourself, or the first time that they gave you the keys to the car and you didn't have the parents sitting beside you. No, slow down. No. And then, they think they have brakes at their feet, but they don't on that side. So the first time that you went somewhere without your family. Let's try that one. Okay, one more minute. All right. We start. Anybody want to give it a whirl? Yeah, China. Good to see you again.
Hi, nice to see you. Okay, I'll try it. 3 Ds, an F. They almost demanded running away. I took off along the creek that cut through town, clung close to the edge, tracking minnows and crawfish. Behind the Italian restaurant with the fancy hanging deck, I snuck near the basement entrance, stole half a baguette sitting on an outdoor rack. Moving south, the creek got deeper. Silence crept along with me, except for a swallow hanging just above my shoulder, singing along, keeping time with my pace.
Oh,
Yay.
awesome, China. I love the baguette. the baguette. It just, it made it real. Thank you. Anybody else want to try?
I'll try.
Okay,
Okay.
Carol.
Okay. Each mile, the distance widening, crossing borders, changing life. Later, reading glasses on a bed, echoes reminding me not to leave them there. Deep sobs as I realize, unknown, uncomfortable, afraid. A phone call sets me straight. New horizons beckon.
Oh, thank you, Carol. It's true. Thank you. Anybody else? Yeah, I know that was a harder one, but it's one that we can take with us. Yeah, really
Yes,
good.
one.
Yeah, you have one? Sure. Let's hear it.
For me?
It was a kitty. Yep.
Yes. Okay. Didn't know OC is where the whites were. Why are they looking at me like that? They look at me how we looked at them in my hood, how the tables have turned. I really thought they didn't exist anymore, but I found them.
Thank you.
I think Nikel has one.
Okay, Nikel. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. When I was at middle school, I went one summer with my family, but during that summer, in my sophomore year, there was actually a deaf camp. I was able to go stay at that deaf camp without my family. I didn't know if I was ready because I was so young. I was nervous. I had to fly for the first time. It was my first time on an airplane. So I didn't know what it felt like to be in an airplane. It went so fast. When I finally arrived, I saw my friends and I heard people, and I saw the different sights and things around me. And so it was the first time I ever experienced that for the summer. And that was a summer in July.
Thank you, Nikel. That was awesome. Anybody else? Lauren, and then Marianne. Yeah.
All right. I hope that there's not noise in the background because I'm at my mom's and she's watching TV. But all right. Okay. The bus doors open wide, beckoning, and I know adventure's near. I swipe my card and take a seat as far back as I could find. With an earphone in each ear, I'm at a Pink Floyd concert in my mind, but within an hour the concert's left behind. Just a 15-minute walk and the treasure awaits, and the doors are sliding open, and I walk through Barnes & Noble's glass-paned gates.
Ooh! Thank you, Lauren. Marianne.
Hi. Okay. I moved out to share an apartment with high school friends going to school at ASU, the big university that towered over my parochial education. I went from a class of just over 100 to a campus of 40,000. With shaky legs, I walked to my classes and wondered how far I had come just a few miles from the home where I grew up and where my parents and younger brothers still went about their days. It wasn't just the first time to go out on my own. It was the first time I didn't ask permission. I was going to live with my friends and set out on my first adventure, never knowing that the school year would end in a brutal assault of one of my roommates who had become my sister and would take my attention and time for the next 2 years. I postponed school to work full time so my friend could get through police investigations, prosecutors, courtrooms, heartbreak, and screaming nightmares.
Thank you, Marianne. Well written. And Marta, did you have your hand up too or no? Yes, I saw it. Yep. Thank you. I think you're on mute, Marta. Yep.
Sorry.
No problem. Yeah, see, I'm
The
getting
first,
used to it.
the first time I went somewhere without my family, the year in Spain, what a piece of shit. Except for the friends I made. I'm sorry, except for the friends I make, including one I admire from a distance at UCLA, and one I resent from a distance at UCLA. What good friends they are, even all these many seasons under the sun later. We are the Guapas and carry some of the same memories of hitchhiking with weirdos, across fields of wheat in the middle of nowhere, of asking gypsies to read our palms in exchange for our old clothes, mini skirts, worn out tees, so sick to death of wearing them after 10 full months. Oh, and there is that sweet Spanish beau who demands nothing and gives so much. I can thank him for correcting all my crappy Spanish on endless term papers and elevating my GPA from a deserved 2.2 to an unmerited 3.7.
Thank you. Good. Well, thank you, Marta.
Welcome.
Anybody else want to? Yeah, I see Francis. I feel like it's romper room, man. It's wild. That's fun. It's like,
The Brady Bunch.
Brady
Okay.
Bunch. I never saw. Yeah, it is a Brady Bunch. Doo-doo-doo.
One day I wandered out of the neighborhood. Maybe I was 6 or 7. I went down a long street that was like a snake, and I smelled somebody cooking something, but I didn't know what it was. A dog came and chased me a bit, but not because he was mean, but because he wanted to greet me. I petted a stray cat, and it came to me after I called, and I felt like a lion tamer. I managed to make it back home, and in reality, I was probably only 1 street away, but I felt like an African explorer with jungle tales to tell.
Thank you, Francis. Thomas? Yep, I saw your hand. Oh, no, did you want to or no?
Just clapping.
Oh, just
I
clapping.
do have something I can read, but
I'd love it. Let's hear it, Thomas.
Okay. I usually like to give other people chances. Okay. How can it be such a short hop in a big plane from Ontario to LAX, then a bigger plane on a midnight ride all the way to Chicago? How does a guy sleep? O'Hare is such a huge place, especially when there is nobody there so early Friday morning. Then on to Indiana for a week with my sister and her family. So my first plane trip, I was 19.
How old were you, Thomas?
Oh, I muted myself. 19.
19.
I just was working my first job for a year.
This is a security advisory. Please maintain possession of your bags at all times. Please report any suspicious activity.
Well, that sounds mysterious. That's a security advisory. They knew that it was a place full of poets. That's the first warning. I don't know what happens when it goes to the next level. Oh, you guys are awesome. Anybody else? Okay, now we'll go on to our next one. Ready? Let's try. Let's get another fresh page out. Look at this. We already have two. We have two in the bag. This one. Okay, now we've had a lot of isolation time, right? In the last little while. Now, if you were going to go to an island, what would you bring with you? What kind of food, music, what kind of books? And I know, Thomas, I know list poems. I know I want to read your list poems, the poem about lists. But it doesn't have to be a list poem, but it can be like what kind of stuff on this island in order to survive. Okay, one more minute. All right. I think that we got into that one. Anyone want to try? I'm still here typing. That's good. That's good.
I just did a list of things.
Okay.
Okay.
Is this
So-
Carol?
Yes, it
Okay,
is.
Carol.
Okay. Okay, so nuts aplenty, books aplenty, including how-to books, reading glasses, sunblock, moisturizer, water, toothpaste, toothbrush, soap, comb and brush, compass, hammock and blanket, changes of comfy clothes, bug spray, paper and pens, matches and Lucy lights, knife, compilation of music.
Thank you, Carol. Awesome. Well, and then we're going to do Aruni and then Francesca.
Okay. You didn't say an unpopulated island, so I'm going with an island I know. Bobby pins to anchor hibiscus in my hair. Carrots to feed wild horses. A 35mm camera with lots of film. $35 to get another tattoo from Tito in his particle board shack. More money to buy fresh pineapple on the beach to share with old aunties. Pants with pockets deep enough to carry handfuls of sand and fairy tern feathers. Something sharp enough to carve white coral into eyes to replace lost eyes in the statues, letting them again gaze out to sea towards Marquesas.
Thank you. That was awesome, Aruni. Yay. Okay, Francesca and then Thomas. And then Marta. I saw. See, I'm seeing him. I'm seeing it. Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
hopefully the island has plenty of plants I can eat from and mouse my cat can chase. And hopefully a good Wi-Fi connection for my boyfriend's games and my reading addiction. Nick will have to get used to it since he hates the beach. I would only bring my cat and my boyfriend.
Only cat and the boyfriend. In that order?
Sure, let's pretend I just realized that.
And that's why I asked. My cat and my boyfriend. Okay. All right, Thomas.
And we'll never tell.
I'm not saying anything, I promise. Thomas?
Okay, oneliness, solitude, though I bring that with me everywhere I go. dreams drawn out from behind my eyes, and always wonder at the undulating waves crashing in my face.
Oh, thank you, Thomas. Awesome. And then we'll do Marta and then Nickel. Nickel, right? Yeah, you'll be next, Nickel.
Island stuff to survive. My battery-operated boyfriend and a power source. A playlist that includes Van Morrison, Aaron Neville, Willie Nelson, and all the new age rockers I can afford. How about some handsome men to trick into believing they are seducing me? A few good dance clubs, my laptop, and a power source. Those weeks on the Canaries, we squander them in the sun. Turn our soft maiden skin to creased Cordovan leather. And now I pay hundreds to reverse the damage. A good sun hat, some sunscreen, and a brain. This time, let me have a brain.
Oh,
That is great.
that was awesome. That was, thank you. Nickel?
So I was thinking about being isolated on an island, thinking of what I would bring with me. Stuff to stay healthy. I would bring music, something loud enough so that I could hear it. And then, oh, sorry, I just lost my video. Oh, crap. Sorry, interpreter error.
That's okay, it's coming.
Okay, no worries. So do you want me to start over? Okay. So if I was on an island and I was going to be out by myself on the island, I would want to bring books with me, of course, newspaper, bread to eat, got to stay healthy. I would bring my headphones so I could turn it up loud and hear the bass. So something loud enough to be able to hear the music. And then I think I'd be good.
Awesome. Thank you. Anybody else?
Sure.
Yeah, Alyssa.
Okay, I don't really write poetry. I write prose, but here's the paragraph I've got. Deserted, deserted on an island with a bag. I could have been practical and packed flares and a pocket knife, one of those Swiss Army multi-tool jobs. But no, not me. I packed chocolate. Because who would want to live in a world without chocolate? The good stuff, the creamy dark chocolate with hazelnuts and sea salt. I also pack a sketchbook and a set of pencils. I should finally have enough time to teach myself to sketch and plenty of nature to draw. I also pack sunscreen. There are a few paler than me, and I would burn to a char in a matter of minutes without it. I discovered in a recent DNA mail-off test that my family lied about our Cherokee blood. Explains why the sun can make me blister. Wonder why they are all so golden all the time. I would also pack a book. I would prefer my Kindle just because it has thousands of books, but it would not stay charged long. So it would have to be something that would keep me occupied for a long time. Maybe my philosophy textbook from college. Oh, and puzzles, crosswords, sudokus, everything but word search. My mom with Alzheimer's used to do those to keep her mind sharp until she could no longer do them.
Awesome. That was awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else? Yeah, China.
All right. Yeah. A paved island wedged between speeding north-southbound traffic. A miserable place to find oneself barefoot, overdressed in long-sleeved flannel, a gown edged in Chantilly lace and blooming with some sunflowers. Oh, how I craved plums, pomegranates, plumes for writing, a bow, an arrow, and leather boots.
Awesome. I like the bow and arrow. We can catch lizards. We can catch lizards. Anybody else?
I'll go.
Okay, Lauren.
All right. Survival is simple. Stranded on an island, the silence would be enough. Trees for shelter, fruits and stream water for sustenance, that would be enough. Maybe it would silence my ever-running mind when all I had to worry about is to stay alive. Food, shelter, water, survival is simple.
Oh, it's true. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to try. On my island, there will be poetry that I can read on the beach. Ones that have racy lines and zingers for accuracy. And there'll be smoked salmon, but it must be eaten quickly. And then a bowl of Captain Crunch. And there'll be small breezes that will twirl my little umbrella drinks and some LA jazz station that you can reach with Sirius. And beside you, a one-eared cat. You couldn't leave her behind, so she has a little cup, a saucer of cream every morning, and like an aging rock star, she'll puke before noon. Don't forget the kite. It can be used to signal people in need, as it has a long flashy tail and colors that say, yes! Lastly, my buckwheat pillow. Yes, buckwheat. It kicked my snoring habit, so to appease the cat and my wife, I rest my head on its coolness.
Great.
A question? Just a single bowl of cereal?
Not just one bowl, two bowls. I was having fun with it. No, maybe three. I agree. Captain Crunch can be good.
Your cat sounds awesome.
Share a story. I had Captain Crunch in Nairobi when I was 19, and I was in and I remember it came through the it came to the Canadian Embassy, and they had one box of Captain Crunch, and we all inhaled it. We inhaled it. And then I found I know this is a strange story too, but there was some granola that I found on a shelf in one of the stores. And I got the granola down. We managed to find some milk. We poured it, and I started. And then after I'd eaten 3 or 4 mouthfuls, I noticed that the damn thing was moving. And there were things in it. Oh! So, little stories. However, that was... Okay, now we're going to change gears again. Right? Boom, 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 boom. Or unless there's one more. Anybody else want to read some? Yes, Aruni. I saw a hand. Nope, not Aruni. I didn't see a hand. I didn't see All right, so our next one, that word that is like an old friend to me, it's called insomnia. And that is the time in the middle of the night, usually I call it the witching hour between 3 and 4, when you can't sleep. So let's try to write, because sometimes they say if you write about things, they might go away. What is it that's keeping us awake? Why are we sitting there blinking with our eyes and not being able to sleep? Insomnia. If you've never had it, I blow you kisses. If you have and suffer from it, like some of us in our community, let's see if we can try to get rid of at least one of our little stories in our minds that keep playing, like old billiard hall music. Insomnia. What wakes us in the night? All right, we'll do one more minute. Anybody want to try? We getting there? I heard typing, that's good. Or writing. My hands are getting sore. Shema. Yes, and we'll do yours too, Jonathan. Yes. John will help us. John.
My eyes are closed. I move my mind to the corners of consciousness, waiting to drift off like explorers in ships that drip right off the flat globe, but I don't. Instead, I see me in the bathroom, rinsing my face. As soon as her, and by her I mean me, eyes close, the shadow in the shower solidifies, becomes a naked double, but dead, rotting, her palms pulling handfuls of flesh from her face. The soap rinses away, and her, my, eyes open, humming along to the music, which hasn't stopped. Then I'm in bed, asleep this time, watching myself shift in a dream. A small, pale hand extends from between the bars of the footboard and yanks the covers down. Sleeping me doesn't even notice. None of this helps.
See, awesome, Shema. Thank you. Okay, then we'll do Jonathan. John, can you help with that one? And then
Absolutely.
I saw Nina.
Insomnia. It gives me more attention than the men I'm attracted to. It shows up uninvited, and sometimes it's accompanied by a bottle of wine. As long as it's here, I might as well entertain myself. Sometimes it overstays its welcome. I try to medicate it, voice what's bothering me now, or even turn everything off as a sign that I'm ready to go to bed and don't want to be bothered. It doesn't take the hint. It continues to linger. It knows I have to be up at 5 a.m., so it decides to leave at 4:30. At that point, I can't help but wonder, damn, I should have opened a second bottle of wine.
Good job. Okay, Nina, do you want to try? Yes.
Yeah, I will do. Insomnia to a writer is like ink to a pen. It's not so much being woken as never going to sleep. The mind keeps whirring through everything from a to-do list for tomorrow, regrets from today, the next greatest idea, how wonderful it would be to sleep, how achy the body is, how tired the eyes. The brain won't stop, won't discharge, hours pass. The peak is conquered just in time for the decline into doubt, the panic and finger counting the hours left to sleep, out on only one hand. At this point, body is forced horizontal, but sleep still escapes. The brain starts to blink, the head still full of thoughts, but the shifting and categorizing has stopped. The praying and pleading has started. The torment, body so tense, heart rate so high, only bones stand a chance of reaching subconscious. And just as sleep comes, so does the alarm.
Oh,
Wow.
brilliant, Nina! Oh,
True
yes.
story, right?
No, good job, Nina. Okay, anybody else?
May I?
Lauren, and I see lots. I know this one was a good one. We were in this insomnia. Okay, Marta.
You want me to go now?
Yeah.
Okay. Do this without getting busted.
Your attention, please. Face
Sorry.
covering must be worn at all times over your nose and mouth, except when eating or drinking. Failure to comply may result in a fine.
Okay, insomnia. I find the recorded human voice will put me to sleep. Take the German mystic, please. No, really. Take the German mystic, handsome, sincere, admired by millions. He lives in Israel, making reparations to Jews and Gentiles alike for the sins of all of our fathers. Thomas Huber, no joke. This man can put me to sleep in less than 3 minutes. He's all over YouTube. Give him a shot. You'll like it.
Okay, I have something to go to. I have something to go to. And Lauren?
All right.
All right.
Sorry
Thank you,
for yelling in the background. I've got my mom yelling at her dogs right now. But, okay. Dad left that light on outside again. Did I lock the doors, water that plant, empty that pan? Maybe I should finish that story I started, or practice my guitar. I haven't touched my watercolors in a while. Oh yeah, or my homework. Oh well, good night. Wait! I only have a few chapters left of that book. Sleep can wait.
Yeah, it's cute.
It's true. Thank you, Lauren. Anybody else?
I'll go.
Hey, Carol.
Okay. 3 o'clock in the morning, another sleepless night. 3 hours to go. Tossing and turning, staring at the lights dancing on the ceiling from the street light filtering through the blinds. TV on, no relief. Counting sheep. Pages read, no relief. Up for a glass of water, no relief. Clock ticking, no relief. 3 hours pass, dawn, no relief.
I've been there, baby. I've been there. Good job, Carol. Yay! Anybody else? I have one. Okay, Thomas, you first.
Every night I sleep in fits, 1 or 2 hours at a time, then a restless mind that wrestles with my sleep, or that damn poem swirling in my brain. So pull it from my head so I can rest for 2 more hours.
Thank you. Dreaded insomnia. It's the shadows from the Christmas lights. The ones of Dad untangling the bundle for the last time. His blue and white bathrobe opened and you can see the scar down his chest. They play the Christmas song to help those who are hungry. Do they know it's Christmas? The chorus. I do. And as a kid, I would try to wait for Santa, but now it's the shadows. The ones of his leaving in February on a cold, bitter cold day. 5 days later, I was asked to read in front of the congregation in his memory. Only 14, my first real public speaking. Now I roll over on my side and I see the shadows, and I've learned to just get up ever so quietly, go down, put another log on the fire, and read until my lids fall like a twirled Venetian blind. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. All right. We have, wow, this session's gone fast as like I'm going, holy nine. We have time for another one, John? Yes, do we? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't cover time, but
Okay.
Sure.
I'll be very quick. Well, short. Okay. We've got 4 poems already under us. This one is now, I didn't, like, it's hard. Like, I've been doing this for 4 weekends. Yay. I've had fun. I've enjoyed it. I love being with you guys. Thank you, John, for inviting me. And I want to thank you all for coming out to this in this setting, which we did it, right? We got through it. Good for all of us. And that's because we work together. So there's a Tuscan proverb. Ready? The tale is not beautiful if nothing is added to it. And I went, ooh, I like that. It's a little, and so coming into the new year, it's going to be a new dawn for all of us. I remember when I went up to the Arctic. When I went up to the Arctic, you can't go up to the Arctic and be closed. You have to go in open. Otherwise, it'll eat you alive because it's so dark and there's no sunlight and you have to try. I remember meeting a chef on the plane when I was flying back down. He lasted 1 day up in the Arctic because he didn't open up. This next year for all of us, when we start to truly open up again, when we get that jab in our arm and hopefully it helps, right? Because this is what they're talking about. Even my daughter and son are both living in Sweden, and the Prime Minister for the first time this week spoke to the people about COVID-19. The first time since March. I couldn't believe it. Now they have 6,900 dead, which is a lot for a little country. And but let's try to write something. What do you see for next year? This has been a challenging 2020 year, but let's, because this is almost the end of the year. I never get to, almost like a New Year's, not a resolution or a list, but what do you see for next year? What can we accomplish? What can we do together? What can we do? Let's do it. You guys are inspirational. That's why I love coming. I love being with you guys. You make my day. It keeps the darkness at bay. And we'll give it one more minute. All right. Anyone want to give it a whirl? Yes, China. Oh, yes.
Try it. Okay, it will be very simple. If you count each one of your fingers and toes, thread gold filament around them all, blow kisses to your lovers, your parents, the ghosts of the world still here, still running over the fields, along the ocean-swept shores, hurrying us along towards joy that unfolds when stars fall halfway, turn around, and choose not to burn out.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Awesome, China. We needed that. Yes. Oh. Anybody else? Yes, I see it, Carol.
Moving forward in hope and gratitude, light awaits us.
Yeah, it is the light that's waiting us. Yes. Thank you,
Is
Carol.
that really a poem anyway?
Oh, yes, it can be. What wasn't it? Muhammad Ali. What? Me, we. 2 words. Yeah. Anybody else? I know we're all still thinking about what it's going to be like. I know. Me too. But maybe we can talk a little bit at the end. John, do you have any? Because I don't want to go over. I know. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Why don't you give us some just advice, poetry advice?
Poetry advice. But I saw, Alyssa, I saw your hand go up. Do you want to? I'd love it. Yeah. Thanks, Kate.
Okay, sure. Again, it's just a paragraph prose, but
Love it.
I hope that there are things that we will continue, that we have learned from this nightmare of loss and illness. I hope that we will remember to be kind to each other, as we never know what the other may be dealing with. I hope that people will be able to choose to work from home if they want to, so that they do not have to waste hours a week on a commute, or so they can stay home with their loved ones. I hope that we will treasure all the hugs. I miss the hugs so much. In the new year, I want to go to a movie theater and a library and a restaurant. I want to see my parents and meet my niece's new baby. I want to go to Gen Con. Oh, how I miss those nerdy gamers.
Awesome. I miss the hugs too. You know, I'm a hug monster. Oh. Is there anyone else? No, I saw the hands go here. So, John, you said, sorry, I got the question and it didn't really go in. It didn't really go in.
Yeah. Well, just give us a whole bunch of advice in 7 minutes about writing poetry. Put a lifetime of advice into 7 minutes.
Okay, there was one piece of advice that I got. There was from a friend of mine, professor in Boston. What are you saying? What are you saying in a poem? Think about what you're trying to say, and he would say it very, what are you saying? You know, like, what are you trying to say? Say it. Don't go around, say it. What are you saying? Okay, so you'll remember that one. What are you saying? 7 minutes, this is hard. Okay, John. Deal with rejections. I'll share with you my wall, and I'm going to show it to you. No one has seen my wall, only John. Can you guys see this? I don't know if you can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Those are all my acceptances for all the poems that I've been publishing for the last almost 30 years, 25 years. In the beginning, I used to hammer into the wall these rusty nails, and I have full of rejections. The whole wall was full of rejections. And then my wife came in and she said, "Oh, you're surrounding yourself with a lot of negative energy." And I listened, so I took them all down. And then the poems started getting published, and then one at a time. Now you don't have to hammer them in with rusty nails, but I just found some rusty nails and I had an old hammer. You should see what a poet's toolbox looks like. I have a hammer and a screwdriver and a wrench. That's it. So I'm not very good at fixing things, but I can pick up the phone. What else can we do with poetry? You can write. Look how many poems you wrote today. Look how many, if you were with me in previous sessions, that's many poems. And that's because we sat down and we took time to write. If there is one piece of advice I say to all of you, take time to write. It's for you. No one's gonna do it unless you do it. So it's okay. Anders says it's okay. It's okay. Sit and write. We can vacuum later. We can get to the toilet bowl later. Sit down and write, okay? Other piece of advice, don't give up. If the way I would look at it when I would get rejection letters, each rejection got closer to an acceptance. They're not rejecting you, they're rejecting your work, not you, your work. I know your work feels like it's all of you. Yes, it is. And yes, it's not. But they're just rejecting your work. Now I'm showing you the business side of it, right? Like it's hard, but I look at it again, glass half full guy. I'm one more rejection away from an acceptance. I'm getting closer to an acceptance. I don't give up. So just lace up the gloves, get back in the ring, take some smelling salts. I can do it again. I can do it again. Come on. Where are they? Blood's coming down my eyes. Right? Poetry. This is what poetry is all about. So I love it. John's seen me do this for years. What else? What other advice? Read. Read all kinds of things. Read what someone, hey, you should read this book. Find it. Get it on Kindle. Get it on, you can find it. I remember when I was 19, traveling, well, actually fibbed, I was 22. I would go into different countries in Europe. Okay, what's banned here? And where can I find it? And it was a strange thing what they were having banned. Any lesbian material in Austria, banned. What? Where can I find it? And then, you go over here, banned. What? Huckleberry Finn? And then over here, my wife has she's a librarian, and she has a button for me that says, I read banned books. So, I don't know. There's always, and if you ask in like those old bookstores, where's the stuff that's like not on the shelves? They'll show you. If you ask them, they got it somewhere in behind. It could be in the vault. Don't be afraid. So read. What are you saying? And just remember to take time for yourself. In a nutshell, that's what poetry is. And that's news to me.
All right. Thank you so much, Anders. I'm going to miss seeing you every week. We're going to have you back for the future months of Culturama. So,
you're awesome.
That's great. Thank you so much. Tonight, y'all, we have Shonda Buchanan, and she's going to be reading at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And tomorrow we only have one creative writing thing. The rest are all visual arts. And the creative writing thing is I will show you how to publish your poems. So bring those poems that you wrote today, and I will show you where to send them. So, all right. Thank you so much, Anders.
What about Stephanie?
Thank you so much, Anders. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.